tired of seeing grown adults make lollies their waifu. And while I understand there's only so much you can do about a PDF, that's why I made manga featuring a woman that anyone can make a waifu out of. And instead of giving her the Yoruichi treatment, which is where you sexualize her at every single point, what I did for Selma was making her the everyman's waifu, but in a way that respected the average woman. And the first way I did this is by giving her a normal-sized body for a normal woman. No Barbie bodies here, because it's supposed to represent a woman whose life was taken over by her responsibilities for being a mother, for being a wife, for putting everything else but herself first. While we absolutely do have some Barbie body bombshells in the series, I just wanted to represent a beautiful type of woman that's never shown in media. Because the reality is thick thighs save lives, and we do need to save some appreciation. And the second reason, and probably the most important, is because she's relatable. She is the definition of being a partner without being submissive. And what I mean by that is Selma isn't a stay-at-home mom because she was forced into the role. She chose to be a stay-at-home mom because it aligned with her own goals given the circumstances. She could prove she's a better mother than her own. She could prove to everyone she could be a good partner, and she could show up her own mother. And by being the stay-at-home mom and social butterfly, she could help her husband, help her get nice things, live in a nice place to prove to her mother that she is better than her. Because petty will take you a long way. And most importantly, her and Yuso had a discussion about the roles that they would play within the relationship. And they came to a mutual agreement. And another thing that really makes her relatable and likable as a waifu is, from a partner standpoint, one of the biggest challenges and fears that people have when it comes to opening up and trusting that individual is that when they become vulnerable and when life hits them at their hardest, they are so afraid that their partner is going to leave them. And so when the bandits come to town and Yuso, being the guard captain select, does his absolute best, losing his arm, resulting in a job loss, no insurance, no pension, no severance. I think this is most people's worst fear, because after they've lost everything and they're ready to just give up, they think their partner is going to leave them because they no longer can fill that role that they promised they could. But do you know what Selma does? She holds him, she gives him a kiss, and she goes and gets him water. But do you know what really separates a scene? Because we've seen it time and time again when something will happen to the main character and then their supporting cast comes in and, like the great waifu, goes in unbothered. Selma is real. This is how she acts alone. She realizes what this means, but do you know what she does? Instead of moping around, she helps him, gives him job applications, sorts through the ones that he could be applicable for. And even after rejection, do you know what she does?